Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Hi, Sarah. I'm well, thank you. How are you? Hi, Annalie. How are you? Hi, Lisa. Hi, Kellyanne. Oh, thank you, Chris. Hi, Jimmy. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Rennie. I'm trying to get the live going on Instagram. It just quit on me. So pardon me for a moment. I hope everybody's having a good day. Let's see if I can get this device going here. Sometimes it gets tricky. It almost feels like a bit of a Mercury retrograde without being Mercury retrograde. You did? You did, Sarah? Ooh, that makes me happy. Hi, Christine. Hi, Keith. Hi, Pauline. I'm well, thank you. How are you? Okay, let's see if I can get this Instagram going. My goodness. Complications. Hi, Rapali. How are you? All right, let's see if I can. I swear, sometimes the glitches, my goodness. Let's see. Okay, we finally got onto Instagram Live. The glitching. Hi, Emery. How are you? Hello. I hope everybody's having a good day. We're going to do a quick reading. I can't stay on super long. See, Instagram is glitching today for some reason. I don't know what that is. I'm sorry to my Instagram people. Hi, Andrew. Good morning. Andrew, I'll be sending out your reading tonight, just so you know. Hi, Parminder. How are you? Hi, buddy. Hi, Ellen. Thank you so much for your kind words. I appreciate it. Oh, your little dog Boom? That's sweet. They'll say, how are you, my friend? Hola. Hi, Veronica. Hi, Mish. You needed me. I almost didn't see you come in. I've been trying to navigate these screens. I'm having glitches. Hello. Hi, Marcus. Hi, City Monk. Guten Abend. How are things in Germany tonight? Hi, Virginia. I'm well, thank you. How come, Mish? Why are you feeling like a wreck today? Now, granted, we do have like Mars-Pluto conjunction. I say that with like a nervous laugh and giggle, you know. Hi, Claire. Hi, Anne. Wonderful. Oh, I got a kitty cat that, of course, is behind me, getting into some trouble. Hi, Kara. Oh, nice. Say hi to him for me, please. I'm on for just a quick reading today. I can't stay on super long. I've got a session to do, and I've got some other things to get ready for my class tonight. But I wanted to pop on and see how everybody was doing. Hi. Hi, Sonia. Hi, Karen. Hi, LOL. Okay, so what's the word of the day, everybody? Okay, emotional this week from Minder. I know. Hi, Jennifer. How are you? Oh, okay, Mish. Send. What class do I have? So, I thought you were asking me if I have dance class tonight. I would love to have dance class, actually. I'd love to do like some salsa dancing. I'd like to take some salsa classes. What kind of dance is it, Kara? I have a class tonight in social media marketing. Hi, Jennifer. How are you? Hi, Bent. How are you? Thank you, Chris, for your kind words. Kellyanne, you feel emotional. Oh, my lipstick is pretty. Thank you. It's my classic $3 lipstick, and less than $3 lipstick. It's my Wet n Wild 530D. It's called Creative Movement. Ooh. I could think of some creative movements, Kara. I don't know why I'm so spicy today. What's going on here? Um, keep going, Harmony. I know it's not easy on there, but just keep going. If it's that bad, you just swipe through it, right? Hi, Jose. How are you? I do business coaching with people, Ellen. So, like, if people want to do sessions with me about social media or business, I do have a background in it as well. So, you just contact me through my website or send me an email. You lost your soul brother from another mother. I'm so sorry for your loss. You're completing a huge cycle. Yeah, so many of us are, for sure, you know. Hi, Renata. Hi, Lucia. It's the color I'm wearing? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. It's 530D dark pink frost, wet and wild. So I'm well, Jose. How are you? Spice is nice, Jonathan. A little bit of spice doesn't hurt, right? Good, good, good. Hey, people, how are you feeling with the full moon coming up? We are doing the full moon Zoom on Friday night. We're going to be discussing the full moon in Leo. And you know what Leo energy is? It's very pop-offish. It's very blunt. It's very brash. Things come out. Emotions come to the surface. I mean, I love Leos, believe me. But sometimes they dance around something until the information comes out, or, you know, it's just sometimes a verbal diarrhea of just information. And sorry for the image, but that's how I describe it. So something may just kind of pop out. Thank you for your kind words. I appreciate that. So, yeah, go for it, Jonathan. Take care of your animals for sure. You had to let your soulmate go. Andrew, is there something you want to update in the question before I do your reading? Because I'm going to do your reading tonight. If you do, send me an email and I'll send it to you ASAP. Yeah, I know. The weather is crazy, Lucia. It's very cold. All right, let's get into the energy because I can't stay on long. Like I said, I just have a quickie amount of time today. So we have, okay, the Hermit, Virgo energy. How many of you feel like you are kind of hermiting yourself? You feel that, sorry, I'm reading it as you're writing it. I feel that you're spicy because I'm wearing red. Well, look at, I dug this out of my closet. I have not worn this in ages. It actually didn't totally fit me like it used to. And then I put it on today and I was like, damn, I'm like, this fits me. This fits, well, I mean, it always did, but like better. It fits me better right now. So I was like, I'm wearing this. I haven't worn this in a while and I love wearing it. But anyways, so maybe that's it, Mish. I don't know. I don't know. You're a Leo, and yeah, Leos do rule with emotions for sure. Hi, Keeper of One, how are you? It matches my nails. It does, it does. It's like my favorite color. The Hermit, how many of you feel like you want to hermit yourself? Hi, Ella, how are you? Tuesday quickies are always fun, Jose. Yes, they are. I agree. I agree. The color suits me. Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate it. Chris says it's spicy. Yeah, it is. It is. Hi, Kathy. Okay, so Pluto. Ha, ha, nervous laugh. Mars, Pluto conjunction. How many of you are feeling a bit of that tension? Hi, Charity. Hi, Kathleen. So this energy is all about transformation and change. I mean, that's what we're going through right now. We're kind of going through this, like, it's slightly painful, but it's worth it kind of transformation, you know? I think we're all in moments of different transformations, you know? Hi, Harsh, how are you? Hi, Saber. Okay, let's see, potential or challenge. Ooh, the Seven of Wands. Are you ready to stand up? Speak up. Speak your needs. Oh, thank you so much, Diana. I really appreciate it. I feel like I'm having a good day. I've been very busy because like we're in exams, like marking exams. I have oral exams to do tomorrow because we had to move everything because of the weather. Bonjour, Mathieu. TikTok is glitching. Okay, well, I'm glad you're here. So nurture and compassion, trusting the process. Oh, so much fun, right? I knew you were going to say that, Mish. Yes, oral exams. Yes, yes, yes. Interviews, I should say, interviews. Let's see what we need to focus on today. Interviews, Mish, interviews. What should we focus on today? Page of Swords. Page of Swords is spying or observing. So is somebody watching? Who's watching? Is it you or is it them? You saw trust the process when making a video this morning. I mean, like, honestly, I'm just going to speak from my own perspective, and you know that I always say this, and that is there's no better advice than trusting the process. Like, I have been implementing trusting the process for a long time now, and more so in the last while. I can see how valuable it is. Hi, Yvette. How are you? It's very valuable to trust the process. I'm telling you, it's your best friend. Thank you, Lucia. I know people don't want to have patience. By the way, patience isn't waiting. I feel like I have to say that every time I film a video or I'm on live or I'm in a Zoom. Listen, you never wait. You live your best life. You watch for the growth and for the change to take place. If there's growth and there's change, then absolutely you can go with it. If there isn't, then you've got to make a move for yourself. Interesting. Something fated is happening here. I feel like there's information going to be coming through. It's really, really strong in all the readings that I've been doing. So Stephanie, the best advice, I mean, look, everybody has a different opinion on whether you should tell someone they're your twin flame or not. I now at this point in my journey would say it's probably not something to tell. People have to figure things out for themselves. And even if it were true, let's assume for a second, the label itself doesn't mean anything. Just because it could be a twin flame relationship doesn't even mean that it's meant to be what you think it means. And I know that's really hard to hear sometimes, but it's not about the label of the connection. It's about what it's meant to do, which means it's meant to be a catalytic change. And if somebody rises to the occasion, they will. If they don't, then that means they have a lot of healing to do, and that's something they have to do for themselves, not something that anybody can do for them. You know, all we can do is support in some ways, you know, and just say, hey, listen, like, you'll figure it out, and hope that they do, you know? Hi, Ram. You have to prioritize yourself, always, always, even when you love somebody, even when you love somebody. If they're bringing their best to you and you're bringing your best to them, then there's a shot. But if you're not on the same page, then it makes things very difficult. How's the snow? We have beautiful sunshine, but like the roads have been, you know, needing to be cleared. Recent past, the High Priestess, signs and synchronicities. Oh, that's interesting, Kat. You love me in red? Aw, thanks, Mish. I like wearing red too. I really do. Bonjour. Oui, très bien aujourd'hui. That's okay. Stephanie, I can help you with this if you'd like. I mean, I work with people every day on this topic. A lot of the times, these connections come in as a catalytic heart awakening to help you find yourself. Bonjour. Thank you. So let's see. The High Priestess of signs and synchronicities, integration and union. I'm telling you that the vibe right now, yeah, I'm Lady in Red. I need the song in the background, right? But I think that integration of the energies right now is super important. The idea of union is very beautiful, but I think people don't realize what union actually means, right? Like being in union with another person means that you have union within yourself and that you bring your best and they bring their best. And then you work through the connection. I think some of the words that I've been hearing a lot lately, or maybe it's just because of the videos that I watch, rupture and repair. You have to look for how the rupture happens and then how the repair takes place. Because if we're not repairing the rupture and people run from that rupture, then that tells you something. People who are willing to talk about it or to take accountability or to apologize or to work through something, excuse me, that's what's important, okay? Now, let's take a look at the strength position. Stephanie, and I'm going to be honest with you and say something that I know might sound a little bit triggering because you just said, but he has to come to the realization that you're different. He doesn't have to do anything. And I know that sounds harsh, but I don't mean it that way. Nobody has to realize anything. That's something that somebody will come to realize on their own if they come to that point. Because that means trying to control something. Hi, Jackie. That means trying to control something or trying to force something. Okay? So my advice to you would be to say, I'd love for him to realize my value, but it's not about him realizing your value. It's about you knowing your value. Detachment is your greatest magnet, because if you know your worth and you're willing to walk away at a moment's notice, that's what sends a message. It's not a game. You're not there to manipulate. That's not saying, you know, I'm going to give you an ultimatum, because ultimatums don't work either. Okay? But I would just say that it's not about forcing something. It's you illuminating, you know, or exuding the energy, you know? So this is what he told you, rephrasing that. Like, okay, so I don't understand then what he said. Tell me what he said. You know, you detached from an old love because your intuition, yeah. Yeah, sometimes we have to walk away. If you're dealing with gaslighting and tendencies that are not good, yeah, then you take yourself out of the equation, is what I would do. So let's see. The strength position is the 10 of Cups, which is happiness, right? It's one thing to ask for happiness, another thing to allow it. Are you allowing the happiness into your life? You know, so many people get what they want and then don't know what to do with it. Or they get into an energy that says, I don't, what am I going to worry about when I have nothing to worry about, kind of vibes. You know? Oh, thank you so much, Suresh. I appreciate it. You're always very kind to me. So, oh, Kitty rehab for Simon. What happened to Simon? He said that I'm totally different. Absolutely, you are different. The thing is, though, Stephanie, is that in these connections, thank you, Jennifer, in these connections, the reason why you're different is because you spark a change. But that change is hard for the person who has to make the change. Like, they're either going to rise to the occasion or they're not. And so they can't do it for you. They have to do it for themselves. But yes, these are connections where, look, it's unlike anything you've ever felt before. If I had a nickel for every time I heard that, I'd be very wealthy, okay? It is unlike anything. However, it's up to the person to do the healing and to do the work. Somebody's got to have the courage right now to heal and go towards their happiness, you know? Sometimes it scares. Yeah, it does, unfortunately. What's my opinion on blocking versus setting boundaries? Blocking or a wall doesn't help anybody. Walls, projections do not do anything. They just keep people stuck. They actually hurt you more than they hurt anyone else. I seem wealthy with happiness. I'm very happy. I'm very, very happy. I'm in the happiest place I think I've ever been in my life. I don't have the hurts that I used to have. I mean, I'm human. Of course, I have my moments of triggers and whatever. But like, no, as far as like how I feel personally, I definitely feel my best. And it can only get better. That's the way I look at it. It's always going to get better. There's never a doubt in my mind about whether it will be better. You know, I saw a post by Lewis Howes today that really, really resonated with me because it's something I always say to myself. He was talking about how doubt, you cannot be successful with doubting yourself. Doubt is something that will keep you so stuck. Like, I always give my ex-husband credit for this line because he would say, I know what I know and that's all I need to know. And I live by that. I've always had a very, very strong belief that it's always going to be okay. And I know it's going to be okay regardless, no matter what happens in my life. My dad used to always say, if you got to make it or break it, you're going to make it. And I know that I'm going to make it regardless. And I want you to remember something, okay? Think about this. How old, you don't have to tell me if you don't want to. Hi, Martine. Hi, Holly. I'm from Canada too. Bonjour, Pierre. I want you to think about the age that you are today, okay? And I look at it like this. Whatever comes across my life today, I don't know what that is, but let's assume it's something. I have lived 45 years, okay? Hi, Amy. I've lived 45 years. I can live another 45 years without whatever this is that comes into my life. Nothing can take away my experience. Nothing can take away my confidence, and nothing can take away my happiness but me, right? I can't give that control to someone else, right? So Stephanie, that tells you he doesn't have the capacity. And when someone doesn't have the capacity like that and they're too afraid and they're not willing to face some of their fears, that tells you what you need to do. But I don't want to tell you what you should do because I don't believe in shoulding on anyone. But it's a lesson that comes from all of this. And we've all been there. I know I have a million times. But you made the mistake of doing that. You're welcome. Hi, Sue. How are you? Let's take a look at the near future. The 9 of Wands. These are the wounds. You have to be able to work through the wounds. You have to be able to work through the wounds. You survived without it this long, you'll be fine. 100%. Don't give so much weight to something that that hasn't been a part of your life for so long. I mean, yes, don't get me wrong. Look, matters of the heart, I can think of things that mean a lot to me, but I'm able to live despite all of that, right? So it's a tough one, I know, but you will be okay. Okay, let's take a look at your heart has been broken with a cheating partner. I've had that too. It hurts. There's nothing worse than that. There's nothing worse than that. I don't wish that on anybody. I really don't. I've been in that position. It broke my heart incredibly. And that's why now, for me personally, I'm very sensitive about infidelity in the sense that, in my personal relationships, that is an absolute deal breaker. I don't want that feeling ever again. I don't want that trigger. I don't want to have to worry about somebody else, outside of the relationship. I don't want that that heartbreak because it's not nice. So totally get how you're feeling. So let's take a look. The 9 of Wands, strength and empowerment. I will also remind you of something, that your past is your past. It's made you who you are. And even though I went through that with my ex-husband, right, that infidelity and that heartbreak, it's made me who I am and better for my future, especially the person of my future. That person in my future never has to worry about me because I've worked through so much of it, I'm well, Shaquille. How are you? I had to learn that lesson. Trust me, I know how it feels. Believe me. Let's see, what is our suggested approach right now? The Magician, communication, manifestation. I made a post today on Instagram and TikTok, and I'm going to post it. Hi, Audra. And I'm going to post it to Facebook today about manifesting the better. I give 7 tips for how I have manifested the better and what I've learned, So I would just say that, you need to know that there is better out there for you. You have to strive for better. You have to take what you've learned from the past, apply it to the present so you can have a better future. That's how you manifest the better. There's so many things that that I've been sharing in these posts, so check those out. So the Magician, yeah, we're manifesting a death and a rebirth, a total transformation and change. On Facebook? No, I'm there, Ann. I'm there. My page is there. Just the tip, Diana, just the tip. If you don't like it, if you don't like it. Oh, thank you. Hi, Denise, how are you? It's nice to see you. What's new in your world? Hi, Tom. You're right, Harmony. I mean, you're saying you try and think, be a survivor, not a victim, 100%. Things happen for us, not to us. Actually, one of the best things that ever happened to me was the ending of my marriage. I mean, like, I'm actually thankful for that, you know? Oh, thank you, Lucia. I appreciate it. Oh, Denise, thank you. That's very kind of you. So what do we need to know right now? Oh, the devil, Capricorn energy. Hi, Marta. So restrictions, addictions, and codependency. So this energy is, how do we break the chains? How do we let go? Denise, you're feeling afraid right now? Is that the vibe? I mean, the astrology is very intense right now. Hi, Chad. How are you? Hi, Late Raven. Ooh, it's the fear of the vulnerability. There's a bit of guardedness, right? It's natural, but I think that's what a lot of us are working through right now. What's got you afraid, if you don't mind me asking? Hi, Clara. Hi, Aditya. How are you? Bye, Harmony. Take care. You're frozen in North Carolina. Oh, my goodness. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Un petit peu. It looks like it today, doesn't it? It looks like my hair's longer today. How old am I? 28? Oh, Aditya, wow. I'm 45, but thank you. Thank you. You're leaving a narcissist. Oh, Denise, I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry to hear that. That's tough. If you need help working through that, I can help you with that. People are guarded. Yeah, they are. But I mean, what choice do we have? Hi, Brooke. You're in Ontario too. Nice. Yes, I'm 45. Hi, Nicholas. I'm well, Sharon. How are you? So let's see. What is the hope and or fear? What is the hope and or fear? Everything felt tense today? Yeah, for sure. Because, I mean, look at the energy here. You tried today and it wasn't taken seriously. It all depends, Denise. Is this, not that it's any of my business, is this like a family member or a friend, or is it like romantic? Because sometimes it depends on whether it's like family, friends, or a relationship, because it's not easy, you know? Holly just said, me too, Denise, just so you know, from YouTube. No, I don't think so, Charity. You know what? We all have our experiences. Oh, it's your boyfriend. I'm really sorry. It's one of those things where you have to say what you mean and mean what you say, and it means like going no contact in that situation. I know how tough it is. One of my very close friends went through it, and I know the toll it takes. Oh, thanks, Cassie, I appreciate it. So the Ten of Wands, right now people are feeling very mentally, physically, and spiritually and emotionally exhausted. So yeah, it's a heavy energy today. So Kimberly, you're asking about whether somebody will, you know, come back, whether you'll be back together or will you walk away? If you're worried about the outcome or trying to control the outcome, then you'll wait longer. The best thing you can do is give it time and give it space, and that'll give you the answer. I know that's not the most popular answer. We'd all love to hear yes, that they will and that this will happen. But the only way to know that is to give that person space. It's been 5 years, then it's time to move. It's time to move on then and live your best life. You know, detachment is your greatest magnet. We're going to harvest. It's just not going to happen overnight. You know? And I know that's a tough answer, Kimberly. I send you love. That's okay. Dorky is kind of cute though, Anne. I like Dorky. So let's take a look at the probable outcome. Ten of Swords. I saw this in a reading today. Look, we've had a lot of swords in our back, and it's time that we let go. We let go of old cycles and go towards the new. Thank you, Serenist. I appreciate it. Hi, Hud. You're welcome, Shaquille. Thank you. You're feeling that, Marcy? Yeah, I bet. Alchemy. Something's brewing. You can feel it. A lot of you have said it, actually. Like, it means that something's about to shift. We don't know what it is. But again, we're approaching full moon in Leo. We're getting close to new moon in Aquarius. I'm excited for the new adventures too. Like, I'm very open-minded to what's next. I'm willing to go with the flow. I'm willing to trust the process. I'm willing to have the patience for growth, you know. I think a lot of good things are coming, but it's not going to be easy. Let me put it that way. It's not going to be easy. But again, how do you know it's not going to be the best thing that's ever happened to you? You don't know. That's why you have to go with it. Hi, Sunny. How are you? All right, my friends. Unfortunately, I have to go because I have a session very soon. And I've got to do a little bit of work for my class that's starting at 6 o'clock. So I send you all so much love. I hope that this reading helped you today. If you'd like to come to the full moon Zoom, it's on Friday night at 6 p.m. Eastern. You'll get a recording of the Zoom. We have some spicy cards as per usual. I don't know which ones will come out, but we do. And then I'm going to send you a personalized mini moon reading that gets sent to you by the next new moon, which happens to be the new moon solar eclipse. Okay. Thank you so much, everybody. I send you so much love. Appreciate you being with me. Merci beaucoup. And have a wonderful night. Thank you, Jackie. God bless you too. Thank you. I appreciate it. To get into the Zoom, you go to my website. It's under events. The cost is $22. And it's a really nice night on Zoom together. We have good chats. Hi and bye, Anne. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Nicholas. Nicholas, I'll write you back soon. I haven't forgotten about your email, just so you know. And yes, you can book on my website. Thank you, Sarah, so much. Thank you to my moderators. All right, everybody. I love you all. Okay, bye. Bye, La Cubonita. Thank you. Take care, everybody. Okay, YouTube, have a wonderful rest of your night, and we shall speak soon. Take care.